you well, and ransom captive Israel. Hell that mourns in lowly exile is, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, 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 Emmanuel shall come to thee, O
Eric, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Don't do me like that now. I already feel bad, but 'tis the season.
You feel it, huh? Merry Christmas, everyone. It is Christmas Eve. We are just so happy to be here on tonight. I am St. James, and I'm the host of the St. James Show here on these YouTube streets, and also chief prelate of the Carnal Church sector. And boy, has it been carnal around here this week. But you know what? Today, Eric, tonight, we're forgetting all that. We're
forgetting those things
on wonderful gospel music in Detroit. Greet the people.
Hey, everybody. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you all are enjoying this wonderful season, because tis the season to be jolly, because our Savior Jesus Christ was born. How many years ago?
A lot. A whole lot of years ago. Let's see who is here today. What's up, Odell? He said sing, y'all. He must have been talking about in the beginning. I put up the Thomas Whitfield Company. Is there anybody like the Thomas Whitfield Company?
None like him.
No, man. Alex, thank you for joining us. Keisha, thank you for stopping in. And of course, our one and only Jacqueline. I just remembered I have to do the raffle today. Doggone it. Oh, I'm going to do it some kind of way. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. Just remember that. Okay. You know, running around everywhere, doing everything. What's up? I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us again. I was on a little earlier, so, you know, YouTube trips out. They may send a notification. They may not, but it is what it is. What do you do for Christmas, Eric?
What do I do for Christmas? I study for Christmas and love on people and try to be the best human being that I can possibly be.
Imagine
but my question is, what do the lonely do at Christmas?
What do the lonely do at Christmas?
Come on with that nice voice.
Yeah, but you know, the unfortunate part, there is a lot of lonely people at Christmas.
Yeah,
you know what? I got my mistletoe on, so I'm taking all kisses tonight. I'm taking all kisses tonight. We're going to have some fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're streaming, and you are streaming live on Gospel Diaries.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna check. Let me see here.
Yeah, check that out. You should be streaming live.
Let's see here. I've never done this before. Let's see.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is. I don't know how to look.
You would just need to go to your page and see if it's live. Matter of fact, I'll do it for you.
Oh, excuse me.
You are live, sir.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Technology is beautiful.
You are live. Yes, you are. So this is your first live, right?
Well, ask on YouTube, yes.
On YouTube. Yeah, because I haven't seen you go live on YouTube before. So good. I'm glad we can do some firsts over here. Oh, man, so much to talk about. Oh, what's up, Denise? There was something else I wanted to say. But before we get into it, everybody, we know we always ask you. Now you've got 2 channels to do it on. You have to do it for us, y'all. You have to like both lives. Well, if you're all over there on the live, on his, like it, subscribe, share, join the St. James Show, and always feel free to donate. And the donation is streaming at the bottom for both the St. James Show and Gospel Diaries. All right. So it is Christmas. Be a blessing. Now, you know, I got to take this time, though. God has blessed me on this week. You know, it allowed me to reach a milestone in subscriptions over here on YouTube. So can I thank him just for a minute? Well, God has been good, and I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. You enjoy the content. You enjoy the fact that Eric comes on every now and then and releases his mind of all this great gospel history, gospel music history. So we really appreciate your support over here.
Thank you. Listen, I appreciate you, St. James.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, I know we're over here in our celebration, our Christmas gospel celebration in Detroit, but I want to make sure that you guys are on the same page. If you're going to really support the St. James Show, I want you to consider something. I want you to consider the number 8 on today and this coming week, all right? I want you to consider and the significance of the number 8, which 8,000, we're going to go work in 8s tonight. Financial or material success, but can also be a sign of balance and inner stability, positive changes in your life, and the power of infinite possibilities. So if you're giving 8, if you're receiving something with an 8, then you have something great to look forward to. So I would like each and one of my subscribers to take advantage of that tonight. Let's numbers mean something. They just weren't something put on the earth to just count. They mean something. So consider that on today. How do we start doing this Detroit thing? Who started this gospel in Detroit?
I mean, Detroit has a beautiful history. I mean, because it was, again, it's an urban city in the country. So like during the migrations, of course, our ancestors, they began to migrate to Detroit. And Detroit is quite significant because Detroit, it was prominent in the golden age of gospel music. So you had people like James Cleveland, who really, really was able to soar in Detroit with the Voice of the Tabernacle, the Love of God. You have great pianists, there are musicians there, and I think it's perfect to start with the Reverend, the good right Reverend C.L. Franklin. You gotta start there.
Gotta start with CL. Hold on, let's see. I'm a little slowed up today. The Reverend C.L. Franklin, of course, his daughter Aretha. But before there was Aretha out in the forefront, was he doing those like preaching albums before?
Absolutely. So in the 20s, so roughly like Arizona's Rain, she was like the first gospel recording. But in that era, in the 20s, they wanted to capture a lot of the soul in America. So they began to look in the pulpit of the Black church, and they began to release sermons. And C.L. Franklin, by him being born in 1915, he was right in that era. And he created this fame. You know, he was like Hollywood, you know, the man with the golden voice, very charismatic, you know, just someone to be around. You know, one person said, you know, when you fly, you look for a pilot, right? So when you're preaching, you look for a preacher, and he was that preacher's preacher. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And then also too, he fellowshiped with a lot in the secular world too. So he had stars at his house, and Aretha Franklin was able to mingle with the stars, and it's just a whole phenomenon. But a lot of people don't realize that he was not born in Detroit though.
Right. Yeah. He got ran out of where he was born to. Right.
Is this
he got ran out of there. He had to go to Detroit. He had to leave. Now, Eric, would you consider C.L. Franklin? Would you consider that T.D. Jakes is the C.L. Franklin of our age?
I would say so. Because the charismatic, the delivery that C.L. Franklin delivered in his day, I think that it does best in its era. But T.D. Jakes, like, we're more in a contemporary time. So, you know, that preaching method that C.L. Franklin gave, a lot of people are kind of, you know, away from that. You know, a lot of the traditionalists, they listen to C.L. Franklin and stuff like that, but more progressive ministries, they're more into the contemporary. So T.D. Jakes is today, but I don't think T.D. Jakes would have been successful in C.L.'s time, and I don't think C.L. would have been successful in because time, you know, your time. Everything has a season.
Everything has a season. That's right.
You know, and you got to know when your season is up. A lot of people, they stay around too long.
They do. Oh, that's a preach right there.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
That is a preach right there. You stayed too long.
Stay too long.
You're out war. You're welcome. Yeah. So when we get into, I remember, and I love the movie. You know, I got my Aretha Franklin. I'm representing today, Aretha.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, when you see the movie and you see how the progression out of gospel into mainstream, or what they called secular at that time. So that gospel thing was a hit for her.
It was, but the thing about it is, it's just like today, people are finding different avenues because it's not as lucrative as one would want it to be. You know, singing in the church, a lot of times in the Black church, we were abused by our own skin color, by our own people. They wanted us to exercise all of our gifts within the church, and they want to tell us thank you. You can't take thank you to the leasing office. No, you know what I mean? So like a lot of did you have to drink some coffee on that one?
I got my little tea. This is my hot tea today. Okay. You like my what fun it is to ride.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how things really were, you know.
So we have C.L. Franklin, we have Aretha Franklin. A lot of people was at Sam Cooke, right? Was at the house. Smokey Robinson was a friend of theirs, right?
Sarah Vaughan, Diana Washington, all of those cabaret singers, those jazz singers, eluded into the rock and roll era. They were right there at C.L. Franklin's house. And I remember, and the church too. This is what's amazing. C.L. Franklin had a reputation not only in this country, he was international. I was reading stories, it's his story is similar to First Church of Deliverance. People literally was glued to that radio, listening to what was coming from his mouth around the country. You know what I mean? Right. And that was powerful. So that that his voice wasn't only a voice to it wasn't a voice for his church, but it was a voice for the Black community. Yeah. Go ahead and be a drunk, Queen Mom. She said she gonna since I'm fasting from my juice. Go ahead. Step into it. And I was looking in that saying, Smokey Robinson, we know him of being more secular, but he did some gospel stuff. Yes, he did. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I remember you guys kind of started with in that era with Specialty Records doing gospel. So that was pre-Motown. Matter of fact, if we're going there, let me think. Okay, here we go. So roughly, we have to talk about Reverend Columbus Man. So Reverend Columbus Man, 1962, he released his first album. It was on Tamala Records. So that was actually the first label, that Berry Gordy started before he started Motown. Okay. So he actually recorded gospel acts right in the startup period when he was kind of trying out that Motown sound. And so that lets you know that gospel was like the foundation, the backbone of a lot of music, because a lot of these rock and rolls, they started off with the gospel. Soul started off with the gospel. Blues, gospel evolved from blues, but it's just everything just recycles itself, But Columbus Man, I mentioned him because that is kind of the beginning of Miss Mattie Moss Clark. Because back in the 60s, the Pentecostal choir, there we go. The Pentecostal choir, Reverend Columbus Man, she co-wrote a song, They Shall Be Mine, which was the title of that album. And that really catapulted, choir music because of the arrangement and how young this choir was. And people just wondering, like, who is the Pentecostal voices, from Detroit? And then they were on this, they're on this label, on Tamala. And another thing I think that's interesting about that is a lady by the name of Beverly Glenn. She's one of the forerunners in the quartet. I mean, not quartet, but the contemporary period. And she actually, at 14 years old in 1962, was right there at Motown Studio recording with Reverend Columbus Man. Oh, wow. And and speaking of Beverly Glenn, that's how people like Thomas Whitfield kind of got their start. So I just, we want to kind of paint the picture, because I know those thumbnails, we want to talk about the Clark sisters. Right. And it's like, no, those are just to get y'all, exactly. we in Detroit, but what we know now in 2023 and who we're listening from Detroit, I mean, they're history of Detroit, but they're not foundation of, a lot of them aren't foundation of Detroit. Before we move on with the early years of Detroit, I do want to pay homage to a guy by the name of Marcel West. I don't think I've ever spoken to him, but I admire his work from afar. And I just want to say congratulations and job well done for just honing his creativity, his ideas, to gather these legends together and to preserve this sound, and he's doing it. And he has another recording next year. My mind slips the guest, but I just want to give a shout out to Marcel West. Well, I know what he's doing, and I will be in Detroit. Okay. He is doing the Hawkins family tribute. Yes. So all roads lead to the Motor City Motown gospel in Detroit. It's oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay, I'm gonna have to plug in my deal. But all roads lead to Detroit for the Hawkins tribute. Yes. So
while I plug in my laptop before everything goes awry, why don't you talk about what's next after CL Franklin? How's this wave going?
It's easy to start with Beverly Glenn then, because Beverly Glenn, we have the starting of the contemporary era. And at this particular time, the contemporary era, it wasn't as contemporary as we hear them, as the music that we hear today, because of a lot of the contemporary at that particular time, it was heavy inundated with like a lot of orchestra elements, and it just didn't really have just the syncopation of the contemporary music that we really consider today. So they were really trying a lot of things out, and Beverly Glenn was really, really prominent in Detroit in this contemporary era because Thomas Whitfield actually wrote his first song and recorded it on Beverly Glenn's concert chorale album. I think he was about 15 years old. Jesus Christ is coming again so soon. If I'm not mistaken, the Barrett sisters actually recorded. That was maybe one of their last albums, in the 80s. So, Beverly Glenn is a name that we must never forget. I mean, she wrote songs. Her songs were so relatable, you would think that they were public domain. Songs like "I'll Say Yes to My Lord,"
Oh wow!
That, so many.
Is she still living? That Queen Mom is asking.
Yes. She's still
playing the organ.
Oh yes. She's somebody's organist.
Wow.
Somebody's organist. Yes, she's a queen to me. I love her.
They said she used to go to Philly and hold music and workshops at delivery.
She recorded a live album in Philly, if I'm not mistaken.
Donald,
yeah, we're gonna get there.
The wave with us. I know. I mean, we're not gonna. And just for the record, I know sometimes when we get off of him, Eric, people want to put in the comments, what we didn't say, who we didn't bring up. We can't bring up everybody.
Right.
But we want to make sure, that we we're just highlighting. We want you guys, we're highlighting. So when you want more information on these folks, you can probably go find that information on Gospel Diaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So,
but
let's talk about, I just want to leap into this. I want to talk about Mattie Moss. Mattie Moss, the queen of the music of the Church of God in Christ.
Man.
But okay, go ahead.
You go ahead. When I hear the name, it's so distinctive. There's none like her. I mean, the only person that comes close to her is her daughter, Dorinda.
Right.
But there is none like it. I mean, that voice it's like once in a lifetime, like Aretha Franklin. That type of charismatic, like you don't get that. You don't duplicate that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm glad that she actually had kids, because she blessed the world tremendously. She blessed the world through her music. She blessed the world through her brother's music, Bill Moss and the Celestials.
That's what I wanted to talk to. I have right here, Bill Moss and the Celestial. That's her brother.
That's her brother. But the lady there, her name is Essie Clark. She actually is from Birmingham, and she actually sang, if I'm not mistaken, with the Dorothy Love Coast. I mean, it was either Dorothy Love Coast or it was one of the choirs that was related with Eloquent Weaver. But she was very prominent in Birmingham prior to moving to Detroit. But somebody's singer, man. And she's still alive today. She's about 92 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Bill Moss, Mattie Moss' brother, he looks like it said, because he produced this Clark album right here.
Yeah, so Bill Moss, he started a label, and he was giving people chances, and so he actually signed, the girls, the Clark sisters, and that was the first label that they actually recorded on, was with their brother. Hopefully one day, someone actually buys the catalog. Hopefully they buy the catalog and put it out there, because right now it's like unclaimed music. You know what I mean? Like it's copyright free and everything, because it was on a bootleg.
Is that because Twinkie went and sold it to buy that Cadillac?
No, that's further down the line.
That old Twinkie.
Yeah,
so Bill Moss is also the father of J Moss, correct?
Yes, and they have more children too.
Who we know, the gospel artist turned pastor now in Detroit. And I know some of them, they were talking about St. James and Charles Nicks. They were prominent.
Have to. You know, like something about God's grace. You know what I mean? St. James. You know, that organ. You know, I should have mentioned him before because it's impossible not to mention Detroit and mention Nicks, because his organ is the prototype, is the archetype of a lot of playing that we hear, traditional playing that we hear. His organ playing, that traditional sound. Yeah, with that with contemporary flair. That's Nicks.
Sean, I believe one of the subscribers, is that your grandfather, Sean, or did? Because aren't you related to Charles Nicks? Let me know. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Charles Nicks, I did a video with Beverly Glenn, and I think this is phenomenal information. In 1968, they held some rehearsals for the first GMWA at Reverend Charles Nicks Church.
Wow.
And then in '68 they had the first convention at King Solomon Temple. Magnificent event right there in the city of Detroit. You know, and then Nicks, also to speed ahead, when Nicks actually passed away, if my memory serves me right, Bishop Andre Woods actually became the pastor. And when he became the pastor, he actually married Jennifer Holliday. A lot of people don't know that. He was married to Jennifer Holliday.
Oh, wow.
You know that song by Ricky Dillon, Without God I Could Do Nothing? He actually arranged, that's his arrangement with Andre Woods and Chosen. Andre Woods is also the one that wrote Faith that Vanessa recorded. Andre Wood is somebody's composer. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have Sean in the chat. That is Charles Nicks is her grandfather.
Oh wow! Thank you so much. We honor your grandfather.
And she said somebody was never the pastor. Somebody who'd you say? Who?
Well, no, he wasn't. No, he was serving as intern pastor. Bishop Andre Woods. He served as intern pastor when Reverend Nicks died, and the church foreclosed.
Gotcha. Okay. He's the historian of this stuff, y'all.
I know for a fact.
Chill out.
Because he married Jennifer Hudson. Because that building is abandoned right now. I was just in Detroit.
Yeah. This is Eric Maurice Clark. He is a gospel music historian. He has a plethora of information that you probably can go over to his YouTube page on right here on YouTube and also on Facebook. But on YouTube is where you have all the videos and interviews that he does with a lot of the artists, past and present, because he got you talk to a lot of people that are probably not here now.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So So
can I say that it's first started, like I started the magazine first. It started with the magazine, and when the first person passed away that I wrote an article on, it hit me so hard. I'm like, wow, this is important. This is important. And she died not even a year after I interviewed her.
Wow, that is amazing. Everybody, both channels on the St. James Show and also Gospel Diaries, I want you to make sure that you are liking, all right? Right now, go ahead and like, share. Feel free to comment respectfully. And we will have a wonderful time on here today. Donate and also, and support the channel. I just want to move forward a little bit because I think if we get into much of the woods, people start picking everything apart. No, it was this, it was that. We're not here for that. Absolutely not. We are here tonight to celebrate, highlight, and to celebrate Detroit. We don't need a timeline 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may go 1, 5, 4, 18, 20. That's just what we do over here. And we want you to dive into it, appreciate gospel music, and look into it through Gospel Diaries or whatever other aspects you have. What we got going on here. So was this was their first, the Carson's first album or no?
That's their first album. And there's something really significant about that photo. You see Karen up there on the stairs. Right. You all go, I think I forget the name of the show, but just type in Eloquent Weaver. I just gave him a play. I love you anyway. So he was classmates with Karen, and he gave some really good insight on Karen when that album came out, because he was somewhat of her promoter. And when they saw the picture, they were like, "I told you Karen can sing. I told you Karen can sing." And the picture was her with those ponytails.
With those ponytails. Oh,
look at Dorinda's hair too. The baby hairs.
Oh yeah, she do. Oh, she got them baby hairs laid down.
And that's in the 70s.
And see, and so this
what was it? Doo-wop? Doopity doo? Doopity doo? No, what is it? It was called Dippity Doo or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what was this one? Remember their second album?
That there was their second album. I'm not sure why she chose to
let's just say it was an early album of the Clark.
No, that was the second one. That's the second album.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the second one.
You know, there was 5 of them: Denise, Jackie, Dorinda, Twinkie, and Karen. Excuse me. And then there were 4.
I love those girls.
Let's just hear a little something.
The preacher made an altar, called an artisan. Something reached out and touched me, and I went running. I've been running for Jesus a long time, and I haven't got time. I've been running for Jesus. I've been running for Jesus. Yes, I've been running for Jesus. Yes, I've been running for Jesus. I've been running for Jesus.
Amazing. And you know, you always say, "Oh, Denise, you just held that soprano. You were just everything." But hey, you can't force people to sing. You can't force people.
She was a vital part. But you know what? People, let's not play down the fact that she actually did 9 records with the sisters.
That's true.
9.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not like she just did 2. Like she did a plethora of records.
And I think in our minds, living in now this age, we're like, "Oh, she must have only did like a couple of albums, then she quit."
Yeah.
No.
Nah, she was
9 albums.
She did leads too. You know, she had significant roles, you know.
Amazing. So yeah, the Clark sisters, they've always been, and from the Clark sisters, we get, you know, solo albums from all of them. All of them did a solo album.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
I think it's those solo albums that kind of introduced, they became celebrity vocal coaches from afar, in a sense. Because I thought about it, you know, like individuals like Dorinda, Karen, and Twinkie, different secular artists. You can listen to a lot of the music, and they're very heavily inspired by those 3 girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, Dorinda. I mean, first of all, Dorinda sounds like a mama. I always say that. So she's always gonna be church. She's gonna be preaching you under the pew or whatever the case may be. But I think that Beyonce sounds very much like Dorinda. If they ever had an interview and they really, you know, analyze that thing, I think Beyonce would definitely say that Dorinda is one of her major idols, you know?
Yeah, I know a lot of them they mention all of them, you know, like everybody has their particular ones, Karen, Twinkie, you know, Dorinda. So everybody has their particular ones. And then of course, it doesn't just stop there with the Clark sisters, but Kiara.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's amazing in her own right.
Yeah, and you know, people don't give them the benefit of a doubt. They are human. Why do we dehumanize them? You know what I mean? Because still today, I mean, like even in the 80s, they were doing movies. Like they did a soundtrack for Lethal Weapon in the 80s. They crucified them.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why is it that we have some talented African Americans that are representing our community, but us, the church, want to kind of want to make them stagnant or erase, the gift that God placed in them. Like who are we to put demands on the gift that God has put into other people? And I think that if we take the time to do self-assessment, we'll realize that sometimes we have hindered more than we have helped the productivity of people.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. But it's much easier to keep people under bondage, Eric.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's much easier. You have more access to them. You have more access to their money and their finances. So all it comes back into money, Eric. It always goes back.
Yeah.
Because if I have control over your mind, over you, I have control over your money, which is better for me.
Yeah.
So they are going to be in Detroit. I know that he said, Renee says her and the founder are on their way down to Detroit. They are going to party like it's 1999 at GEI.
Was that Renee Crushfield Patterson?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Hey Renee. That's because of the blood.
Is that because of the blood? Oh, I love it. I love it.
Praise the name of Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, you are awesome. We appreciate you. So yeah, they are going to wreck Greater Emmanuel Institutional Church of God in Christ for their New Year's Eve service. I wish I can be there. Oh, I love Greater Grace Temple as well. Had a choir to be reckoned. Yes, that David Ellis. We always play David Ellis's music because it's like he was such a churchman. He was such good in church. David and his brother.
Preach. Who's talking about Willie? You talking about Willie? William Ellis?
William, yes.
Oh, God. Yeah. Daily I shall worship thee.
Huh?
I said, daily I shall worship thee. That was one of his favorites.
Yes, yes. Oh, man, it is crazy. We appreciate you, Renee. Yes, so let's talk about Thomas Whitfield.
Thomas Whitfield was a tremendous gift. I'll just use this and stay here. Like songs like As Soon As I Get Home or I Should Wear a Crown. When you listen, it came to my spirit the other day. And like there are so many covers of it, so you have so many options of which version or who you want to hear. But the message of that song, so I that keeps you in line because a lot of times, the person you can be in the store and somebody can get you heated there.
Right.
But you got to remember that you live in this life to live again. You know what I mean? So like, don't sweat it. That's why I love Thomas Whitfield. Like he was so poetic that the lyrics or the testimony that he had it lived beyond his time. You know what I mean? Like we are still living and finding encouragement off of his testimony. And then his choir, Michael Fletcher, he inspired so many people like Donald Lawrence. I mean, it's so many people, and we must pay homage to the last living sibling that's alive, which is Larry Whitfield, which I interviewed. So I want to say we love you, man, and thank you so much for just keeping the legacy of your brother alive. And
Larry, doesn't he have a radio show?
He does.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, so we all love Thomas Whitfield. His songs seem like they never have gotten old, never will get old. Let's hear a tribute.
I've got to tell you how I love you, Jesus. Tell you how I worship and adore you, Master. Teach me how to honor thee. With my heart I Lord, oh, with my heart I will bless you. Ah, precious, oh Lord.
Wendy Henderson Wyatt.
We're not worthy.
She is amazing.
She's perfect. She defines amazing perfectly.
Yeah, it's the effortlessness that she portrays.
Just like she's talking. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Kevin. Hey, Kevin Peabody.
Kevin, we love you, man.
We love Kevin. That's a Bay Area zone. Kevin Peabody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was Wendy Henderson Wyatt. Odell, did you see me put the name underneath the video? So when I put the name, that means run to Instagram and find out who Wendy Henderson Wyatt is. So yes, amazing. And of course, from Thomas, he brought us Vanessa, right?
Vanessa, yeah. You know, Vanessa, but the thing about it is Vanessa been singing, Jesus. She recorded with a choir, I think his name was James Marks, and the Voices of Heaven. She recorded the title track, I think it's Put a Little Love in Your Heart, or somewhere around that avenue. But you can hear that young Vanessa. And her father was a pastor. She comes from a lineage of singers, you know what I mean? And she's another one too. You know, I've never heard anyone with the texture, with her tone, with her approach. Like, she is definitely one of a kind. And I think that she embodies the contemporary or the new era of the new Detroit sound. She is Detroit gospel music. You
know, and I connected her with Thomas because he, you know, it's just the relationship that they have. Maybe Mighty Moss did bring her out. Who cares?
No. Oh, absolutely. Man, Thomas Whitfield was prominent with Vanessa. I'm saying that she recorded that song with them, but her solo career, Thomas Whitfield, hands down. I mean, all of that music, the sound, that's why I say she's Detroit.
Yeah, she's definitely Detroit. Oh my goodness.
And she, you know, she headlined too. Like, oh my, you know, think about like the show Amen. Like, you know, that's her voice.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah. It's the soundtrack of all of our lives, you know?
The soundtrack of what?
Of our lives, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. You know, Vanessa, and I know you sent me this article when the Grammys called Modest Gospel Singer. She and in this article, she states that she doesn't even understand why she's been nominated with the likes of Tremaine Hawkins, Shirley Caesar, Albertina Walker. You know, all as she states, all established singers of gospel music. I think they're wonderful. Armstrong said, "I don't even know why they got me up there with them." Vanessa, you hold your own, baby, and you've been holding your own for eons of years.
Yeah. So, James, what's your favorite Vanessa Bell Armstrong song?
I think it goes into Nobody But Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that, and I love to hear her sing "Peace Be Still." But when I think of Vanessa, who was the one? You know, I mean, that just kind of. How about you guys? Come on, let's get your best Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Your favorite one. Just give me one of your favorites. Don't just say I like this one. Give me one of your favorites. Type it in. Faith. I have the faith that sees the invisible. Oh man, that faith is pressing on. Dr. J. Wilson said, "Pressing on." All right.
I love the secret is out.
Secret is out. Every time something comes up, like it came up this week, the secret is out. is Free. They Shardy says her
Free,
favorite
yeah,
is
yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Marcus Terry says Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Which one is that one?
I think that's let's see here.
Desire of My Heart. I love that one
You
too.
are the desire.
That album was like, could we say that was her best album?
Yeah, and her dad is on that album too.
To me, it was.
That's priceless. You know, to have your father on an album.
The chief cornerstone. For God so loved the world. No, we already got your favorite, Wilson. Nah. Man, but Vanessa's wonderful. She's wonderful. But we can't not talk about Detroit and not mention the Winans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
This
now,
whole legacy.
You hit a spot there. Oh, you hit a spot, man.
I mean, we got so many gems just from one family. I mean, we have, okay, let's just start. We got the Winans, the four brothers. We got BB and CC Winans. We got, what was the brother's name?
It was one, Carvin. Which one you talking about?
Well,
Daniel?
he was with.
You talking about Daniel?
Daniel Winans.
Oh, no, you talking about Ron. You talking about Ron. You talking about Ron, right?
No. I was talking about Daniel because Daniel did his own thing, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he
right. And then you have listen, Mom and Pop Winans.
Oh yeah. Now can we must fill the people in. Now you about to be shocked on this one. This just to let you know that it has always been something going on in the church. Did you not know that Pop Winans, which is David Winans, he changed his name. I can't remember. He changed his last name probably in his 20s or a teenager. But what happened was his grandfather was a bishop, which was Bishop I.A. Winans. I.A. Winans had a son named Carvin, which is Marvin's twin brother is named Carvin as well. Right. But Pop Winans' father's name was Carvin. And Carvin actually impregnated, I think her name was Laura Glenn, when she was about 15 years old. And Carvin Winans, he disowned his child because his position as a PK. Now, the only reason why I'm saying is this is public information. There are articles about this, but I just want to fill this in so that we can know that this dynasty family they're humans too. You know what I mean? They come from from humans as well.
Well, I mean, and when Marvin Winans and Vicky Winans split, that was a huge issue. Yeah. In gospel music. But she said, like Tina, you can throw me out the house or I'll walk out the house, but I'm going out with my name.
She ain't changed that name yet. It's still Winans.
It's still Winans. She gonna die, Vicky Winans. So,
but now what about this? So when I was growing up, BB and CC, I knew they were husband and wife, but when I was growing up, we did too.
We just knew that BB and CC were husband and wife.
Don't tell me nothing else.
How many in the chat believe that? Because I know we ain't the only ones that believe that.
I mean, when I learned out they were brothers, I was like, I think I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Because their chemistry, I've never seen a gospel act with that much chemistry. Besides, there's another group, what is it, Larnell? Not Larnell, I forget his name, but there's another group. But I'm like, what in the world is going on? And the music that they were doing, would you believe it that their first album was released on Tammy Faye Baker's label? It was PTL.
Hold on, DE knew they were always siblings. He knows more than both of us.
Oh,
Eric.
okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to put that in. Go ahead.
I forgot what was I saying?
I don't know. I just got distracted. But yeah, Vicky did say she wasn't the best wife. Yeah, she did say that. Some people, you marry somebody and all of a sudden you say you want to start a what? I didn't marry you to start no church. I didn't marry you to be no first lady. I married you to, I want to be a singer. I want to do something else. So yeah, it is really right. Yeah, it's really crazy. Vicky's first husband. Shut up, Pastor Wilson. We ain't talking about Vicky's first husband. We talking about. Oh, hush. We're not gonna bring that up. We had the Winans. Let's see here. You know what I appreciated was mom and pop Winans. They had CDs and stuff of their own.
I loved it. I was like, to be honest with you, I was fans of their music. Some people would have been like, "Oh, that's the parent, that's Pop and Mom Winans." No, I was a fan of their music, and we must pay homage again to Bishop Carlton Pearson because he had Pop Winans on the stage.
He sure did. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh yeah, that's the first time I heard this train don't carry no ramp lies, no backstabs, and no whatever he said. Exactly.
You got it.
That's what I remembered from him being on stage with. But I love Dolores Winans, her hymn music. Her and Cece have like this kindred spirits.
Oh yes.
Their singing styles and things are pretty much the same. Yeah.
Hey, St. James, I forget you. I am live on my page. I didn't even realize. I forgot all about. Oh, you see it. Well, I have some comments on my page. Someone by the name of James I think it's Zelle. He wanted to give one of Vanessa Armstrong's songs. I think it's Faith That Conquers. And also,
I can see it.
Oh, you okay?
I can see it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, right here. See, it's on the screen, right?
Yes. Okay.
It's all new. It's okay.
I didn't want to leave nobody hanging. Okay.
No, I see. Yeah, Mario's daddy. Yeah, he was Mario's daddy. Yeah. So, all right. Okay. So, man, so many ones came out of there. We had the Winans family gave us all those wonderful Winans. We can dip into. Well, first of all, before we leave that, I'm with Wilson when he's. Ron Winans Family and Friends Choir. You couldn't touch it.
Couldn't touch it.
Oh,
couldn't touch it.
The best.
It was amazing to have that a perspective from the Winans to present, a workshop where they can teach what they know, what has made them successful. So I think that was quite unique because you have some people that don't have no name, you don't know where they came from,
right
but here we are, a major family, that thought enough to give, to feed, and then not only that, they introduced so many wonderful songs. And like, even I don't know, the Lord, I guess the Lord steered me here. We can't leave out Marvin Winans when the group, the Winans disbanded his church choir. Bringing us songs like Now Are We and, Jesus Saved,
Phase 2. I remember Winans Phase 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Keith Pringle's from Detroit, Pastor Wilson says.
Yeah.
Is he from? Okay. Everybody remember to make sure that you are liking the video and you're sharing, and also consider dropping a little dime, a little nugget for these. Drop a nugget for all these nuggets you're getting tonight, and it's scrolling at the bottom, and there it is right there as well. Okay, so make sure you are doing that, and we want to make sure that we don't never forget commission.
Never,
man. Commission was another one that just gave us. They kept growing and kept growing and kept growing.
Hit after hit,
Yeah.
Commission, if I'm not mistaken, they started like in 1985, somewhere in there. And they started off on, I think it was Light Records, and they just went from there. And their sound. Now, Commission and the Winans. Now, I do remember this vividly because I'm an 80s baby. When their music was being presented, I remember when like my church choir, we tried to sing some of their songs. We got shut down.
Oh yeah. They
didn't want us singing the Winans or Commission songs.
Yeah, and we, and me and my friends thought we were all commissioned. Of course, Of course, you know who they always said I had to be.
Fred.
I always had to be Fred. Let me hear you say, whatever. But I need some commission songs, y'all. I need your commission songs at here. Running Back to You. I think that was my favorite.
Will you be ready? My God.
Will you be ready? Oh, that's a good one, Eric. Oh, yeah. What else we got in here, y'all? Yeah. Thank you, Adrian. I need some commission song. Y'all know commission. Let me see. It's so good to know the Savior. Oh, that was a hit. Bread of Heaven. I remember that one. Yeah. Ordinary just won't do.
Yeah.
Neither that's pure and true. I always find it in you, Jesus. I'm telling you, we sung all those songs all day long. The ordinary, yeah. And from Fred, he goes and does his own thing. Marvin Sapp replaces him.
Yeah.
I mean, and look what Marvin Sapp is these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Marvin Sapp, you know, that's another voice that has transcended.
I remember that one, Jay Michelle. Go ahead. Glory. Yes, Leah, get on here. I want you to pop on here and sing us something. I want you to sing one of these Detroit songs. You don't have to. If you are ready to come on live, there's a link if you want to come up, Leah. I just want to hear you. I want to hear you sing something from Detroit, Leah, if you feel like it. If not, I understand. Glory to glory. That was just Fred.
Now
right?
we're going into Fred's music.
Yeah, they're going into Fred. Yeah. And then they started branching. Now, DE, let me ask DE this question because DE knows everything. He sits at the left side of Jesus. So I know DE's going to look. Lisa Page Brooks, is she the daughter of Bishop P.A. Brooks?
That's a good one. But
is
you know
Bishop P.A. Brooks from Detroit?
No, Lisa Page Brooks, her grandmother came from Birmingham.
Okay.
Lisa Page Brooks' mother actually sang with Dorothy Love Coates.
Oh, really?
She was a pianist. She was a musician as well.
Okay, yeah. Okay, her mother? Okay.
Yeah. No, her grandmother.
Oh, the grandmother. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, they said that he's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought somebody had told me that. I guess that's not true. Okay. But she married
Michael Brooks
from Commission.
Yes.
I love
Witness? Oh.
Huh?
I knew you was going there.
I love her. I mean, let's hear something.
So I come today to see you. So I come today to see hey. So I'm here today to see yeah. So I come today to see you. I'm here today to see yeah. I'm here today. I came today to see you. So I come today to see say I won't let nobody stop me from saying thank you. Nobody. So I come today to see. So I come today to see. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So I come today to say yeah.
Thank you. I love the way she says thank you.
Yeah.
She's like, I think she's still a little bit underrated.
Yeah, she definitely is. You know, because like I said, I think this is one thing that we should highlight about Detroit. Detroit has so many signature voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Lisa Page, you know, like you just associate. It's like, okay, Ricky Dillard. Now, unfortunately, yes, we know it's choir music, but he has all of these alternative chapters and things of that sort. So it's like
Right.
a blend, But when we hear music from Lisa Page Brooks, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, we will never get confused with where they're from. It's always Detroit.
Right.
But
Right.
Ricky Dillard has expanded his sound. You know what I mean? So I think that's one thing that Detroit owns is signature. They have a signature sound. We know if you sing it, we know you're from Detroit. Period.
Right. Yeah. When I visited with Detroit, I went to a music workshop that Mother Ellis sent me to. When she moved out here, she sent me back to Greater Grace because I was the music director here. And when she moved here, Greater Grace was having a big old music deal, and she sent me there. And when I sat there at Greater Grace, I was like in awe. It was something I had really never experienced. It's just like when for the first time I went to Chicago and sat in a Chicago setting of a concert. It's like, where these people come from?
A human,
Yeah, it's like everybody who got up, they just could flat out sing. But then I go to Detroit, and there was a certain sound that I appreciated coming out of Detroit.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're near Canada. I just don't. Maybe because Lake Michigan. It's something about Detroit that's different from a lot of urban cities.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they ever cleaned the water up in Flint? Maybe it's the water.
I don't know. I ain't drinking it. Bottled water, please. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's like that sound of Detroit is just like no other. And I mean, we can take it all the way back to Aretha and bring it up. Of course, we can take it further than that. We're not going to argue with that, but it's just the stuff that the sound that we can relate to in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim Rutherford. Yes. I remember her. It was Nero Butler. Was she from there?
Yeah.
Or no?
She's
Okay.
Hey, y'all. How you been doing?
Yeah.
With
the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
So
Wanda Nero Butler. Yeah.
We appreciate Dietrich Hatton also.
Oh,
but Dietrich was Dietrich's
he
Detroit.
started in Detroit. Yeah, his father was a pastor.
Yeah.
Started on Time Sound Records. Yeah.
Gerald Hatton, he's a good musician and such. He was over there with the Soul Seekers and doing his thing at Noel Jones Church as a music director. Tammy Hatton, was she in Detroit too? Tammy?
Tammy,
I don't know. She may have been. Yeah.
Oh, I forget. I want to mention Eva Weaver and the Hallelujah Singers. A lot of times we skip over the names or the sounds that help to create the sound of a region, and we go with the bigger names.
Right.
I honestly, as long as I live, I will always pay homage to individuals like E. LaQuint Weaver. I just want to tell you, thank you so much for your untiring work in gospel music. I mean, like, there's an album back in the 80s that he actually covered Sylvester's "You Are My Friend." I mean, it sounds beautiful. And around.
Wow.
I've been I'm just beautiful music. So we just salute you, LaQuint Weaver.
Well, that's why we can appreciate Gospel Diaries, man. You be over there, you be in the crates, you be pulling them out, and I'm like, now who is it? But once I listen to one of your videos and I start listening to who they are, everything just starts connecting, and there's tentacles that just go out, just like people in the chat. You can put this. No, it happened like this. No, over here. But about this part, I mean, we can go on and on. Things. Everything comes together. Of course, it didn't start with just what we know today, and it started a lot more further back. But we just want to appreciate the contribution of Detroit. I mean,
and if I can piggyback, appreciate who makes you happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of because I'm a firm believer of that. You know what I mean? There's no room to be judgmental if you're focusing or if you're focused. Because if there's someone that's inspiring you, why are you not listening to? Why are you focusing on someone that's not inspiring you? I mean, that's like an oxymoron. Like, why would you go to the bank and they're being robbed? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why are you going? They're being robbed.
Keep driving. Kayla Park. Now are we? Now are we? See, we know some things over here. I just be entertaining y'all, thinking y'all know everything in the chat. We'll entertain you. What else you got? But okay, who are we missing that it's kind of a known across the board? I don't want you to say, excuse me, Vanessa's great-great-grandfather started this.
Let's talk about
Hold on.
William Marshall.
We got a guess.
Okay.
Unmute yourself, Leah.
Hey.
Hey, you ain't gonna come on camera?
No. Ooh.
Okay, you good.
This
is Leah Marie, y'all.
I have been enjoying my family. Hi, how are you?
Great. I'm excited to hear your voice.
Oh my God, I'm nobody special, but
you
talk about my favorites up here. Lisa Page can't do no wrong.
Come on and represent Detroit. Well, you can't represent Detroit because you're not from there. Come on and give some honor to Detroit.
I'm gonna give some honor to one of our trailblazers, and she actually played this video on her page. So here we go.
Okay.
We've come this far by faith. Pick up the pace and don't you be late. I'm here to tell you about the good news. It's something about the path that we choose, y'all. Wisdom has built this house now. Integrity will bring your pride out. If you know how to pray the situation out, prayer is the answer. There is no doubt. Monday, we held it together, and Wednesday, we had stormy weather, and Friday, we prayed it all better, and Sunday, we had the dues. Yeah.
Ain't no way in the world she done.
Listen, I'm giving the Lord my best.
Can we hear the best at least?
I gotta get back to my family.
Don't it?
I gotta get
Thank
back to
you
my
so
family.
much. Come on, y'all. What's your Cash App, Leah? What's your Cash App?
Oh, praise the Lord, Leah Marie Music. Yes.
Leah
Let me
Marie
type it. I'll
Music.
type it in the chat.
Type it in the chat, y'all. Man, she
Thank
deserves
you.
some
Chris, I
Cash
love
App
you. And I have
tonight.
your t-shirt, so I'm gonna inbox you. I gotta get you yours.
Oh yeah, I want your t-shirt. Y'all go to Instagram and wherever she is, and Leah Marie,
Nice
y'all.
meeting you.
She'll bless you. She will bless you. Oh man, yeah. Can never go wrong with a good singing Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
Wasn't that prayer still work, right?
Prayer still works. Yes.
That thing. Did Vashawn Mitchell write that song? I think he did.
Probably. He wrote a lot of them.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was perfect for Vanessa too. Perfect.
It was.
She delivered.
Ooh, we can't forget about James Moore.
No.
God don't need no matches.
Right. So did start in Detroit. He started with a community choir as well. Started recording, signed with Ty Scott, and the rest was history. That voice there. A lot of people don't know. In the 80s, he did a disco track. It was dun, 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 dun. Time is winding up. Make up your mind. You got to find it. It is so hot. You wouldn't even know it was James Moore. You wouldn't even think it was gospel, but it is slamming.
God will take care of you. Be not dismayed. Yeah, he can do that one.
Yeah. What
That
about
was
Endow
James.
Me?
Huh?
What about Endow Me?
Endow me. Oh yeah. Oh.
He killed that.
Wow. Unbelievable. There's Leah's Cash App. If anybody wants to listen, she deserves it. You deserve it. That was awesome. Oh man. So I don't know, y'all. Like I said, y'all, we can't hit everything. We can't talk about everything, but we sure wanted to just highlight and have a wonderful, wonderful discussion about Detroit gospel. Hope you all are having a wonderful Christmas. What else you want to add to it? I can't tarry long. I ain't finished shopping, Eric.
I hear you. Nah, I mean, I think we did a wonderful job. You know, and thank you. I might as well. I'm gonna say this to you. I'm the one that I love to give compliments. St. James.
Yes.
You know, when you create memories, you are working your purpose. What you did tonight will never be forgotten. Like to celebrate a genre or a region, you know, and to do it during the holiday season, it's probably people watching this that probably didn't even comment. And years later, they're gonna remember this like, man, that's like my childhood. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
St. James, this was beautiful. This is
man, thank you so much for always tapping in and bringing your knowledge. You know, we don't all of it, despite the chat, we don't all know it. We don't know it all. They don't either. But all we can do, if you really appreciate gospel music, you want to make sure that you're supporting it. That's the thing. That's the thing. You're supporting in whatever way you can. Support the people that are actually putting it in the forefront and keeping it on our minds. And like yourself, going out and interviewing those forgotten gospel artists. You know, those ones who are up in age and really no one knows anything about them, or just don't know the backstory of it all. Oh, thank you so much, Leah. You're crazy, girl. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, it's 5. I think I have till 7, but I have to get out of here.
Are you cooking Christmas dinner?
I am not. What we are doing, we are going to see, my family is going to see Color Purple.
Okay.
So we're going to a matinee, and after that, we're going to find a restaurant and eat, because there are restaurants that are open. So
you got your tickets already?
Yeah, got my tickets already. Have my tickets for probably about a month.
Okay. Well, you ready to go?
Yeah. I have had my tickets, so we're gonna do that, and then have a dinner.
Review on the movie.
Huh?
Are you gonna do a review on the movie?
Yeah, I am going. Are you going to go see it?
I do want to see it because the first one, when I first saw it, I said I couldn't watch it in some time because it was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Since I'm an adult, I think that it's time to revisit that because that was amazing. Wow, that's my mother.
Is that your mother?
How did she even know I was on? Oh, she's probably on my Gospel Diaries.
What's up, Mom?
Love you. Always got to give you love.
Oh, that is special. Pamela Harris, God bless you. Thank you for your son. He's a blessing to the gospel music industry. Leah says, yes, Color Purple, we have to show. Yes, we do support Black artists and actors and media personalities across all genres. That is very important. They were talking about maybe some potential controversy between all of them. It's like, no, let's just go support.
Yeah.
That's just Mimi Johnson says hello.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. That's Harrison
And your uncle is here.
That's Harrison Johnson's daughter. Rest in peace, Harrison Johnson. He's the one that wrote Lord Help Me to Hold Out. He just passed away like 3 days ago.
Mimi Johnson?
That her father just passed away. He's the one that wrote Lord Help Me to Hold Out. I Decided to Make Jesus My Choice, and so many other. He just passed away. Oh, it hurts.
Lord, help me to hold out. Oh, I love that one. And then what else?
I Decided to Make Jesus My Choice.
I decided to make Jesus my choice. Oh, man. Because the road gets rough. Hey! About time they get there, Eric, the church is out. and the going gets tough.
And the what?
And the hills
What happened?
hard to climb.
But what?
But I started out, so you can't cut me up a long time ago.
And what? There's no what?
No doubt in my mind. Oh, I've decided. Y'all better make a decision. Don't let these people tell you what your decision. Make a decision on your own, baby. Woo! My God. Thank you, everybody. We are getting out of here. If we didn't hit your favorite historian, gospel person, charge it to our head, not our hearts. We appreciate each and everything that comes out of Detroit. Penelope says, hello, nephew.
From Father Charles G. Hayes. Love you so much.
That's from Father Charles Hayes.
That's an original warrior right there.
Oh, man. See, that's what I like about this. I love it. That's an original cosmopolitan house of prayer.
Yep. She's a lead singer. Kanye West actually covered the song that she led with Father Hayes. Just Jesus telling me he'll be by my side. That's her. That's Penelope Gregory.
Oh my goodness! God bless you, Penelope. Oh man. Amazing what Eric brings onto the show. Look at your following. They're just following you there, Eric. So I hope each and every one of you who have tuned in tonight have liked the St. James Show on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, and also Gospel Diaries on YouTube, and Eric Maurice Clark there on Facebook. All right. Wow. That's what they do. Jacqueline says she learned a lot tonight, so that's a blessing. That is a blessing. That's all we want to do. We want to educate everybody on the history of gospel music. If you know your history, you know where you got to go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mimi Johnson, for tuning in. Eric, we are going to get out of here. But before we get out of here, we're going to end on one of our favorites. And after this, it'll just be over. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love on your family. Let's just put away the childish things for a couple days, at least for a couple days. All right, y'all. You got anything to say to him, Eric?
Like I always say, I think this is gonna be my last quote. I'm gonna stop using it. I'm gonna ask the Lord for something else. But I want you all to try this: to love on someone, and you will change a life.
That's amazing. Yes. Love,
On
as
someone.
Love used to say, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The Love Boat. Oh, I'm telling my age now, huh? Eric, like, what is he talking about? Kevin Peabody, you know what I'm talking about. Merry Christmas, man. Appreciate to have you on sometime as well. There's your cousin, David Eubanks.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's up, David? Okay.
Yes. So anyway, thank you, each and every one of you. We are going to end tonight. We appreciate you. We will see you next time. And we will have a good old time reviewing and talking about this gospel music. We just needed a break, y'all. It's so much going on in the church this week with everything and bloggers and all that. But this is our turn on some good Christmas music, whether it be Christmas gospel or all type. My Christmas playlist is everything.
What is your favorite gospel Christmas song?
Your gift of love, such a sacrifice to give sent from above. Kirk Franklin, there's no Christmas without you. I love it.
Oh, wow.
If you want to say that,
Okay.
But my favorite all-time Christmas song is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire.
Yes.
That frost nipping at your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yuletide
Carols
being sung by a choir.
folks dressed up
like Eskimos.
Everybody
knows some turkey and some mistletoe.
What it do?
I don't know.
Help.
Right, I always get that. Although it's said many times, many ways. St. James Show, Gospel Diaries.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. All right, Eric, have a good one.
Bye.
Nature.